Next, let's take a look at the Office integrations. So one of the things we've been talking about so far is just navigating through Business Central, either in the browser or through the app. However, we also are integrated with Outlook. So if you're running Office 365, for example, here is an email. It looks like this email is coming in from one of our customers asking us to please confirm the status of our order. And what you'll notice is that this order number is underlined. This is Microsoft seeing that this number represents a transaction in Business Central, automatically underlining it for me to indicate that I can click on this and view what we call the document view page. So this is actually going to show me the document, if there is one assigned here. Let's see that that order may have since been processed. I also have access directly to Business Central. So if I click, for example, on Contact Insights, I can see, order 101, we saw that order was not available. If I scroll down here, I can see we have 10 open sales orders for this customer, Canon Group. Now it knows that Ken Demo here is associated with Canon Group because Ken Demo is a contact in Business Central that's associated with our customer Canon Group. If I click on this tile here, I can actually see all of the orders that are in process. And I want to look for 101. And I see that order is not here. So that quickly lets me know we have not yet entered that order. I could also go into posted shipments and I can search for that order number in here and see if that exists also. I see that also it isn't a process order that we've processed. So without leaving Outlook, I've been able to do that. Now let's take it even one step further. From right within Outlook, I can say, I want to create a new sales order. What this is going to do is launch the sales order page. And if I open it a little bit bigger, you'll see that this is my sales order page. I've now created new order 101255 for them. I can enter a purchase order number. I can enter an item here. Let's pick this action clamp. This is what they're ordering. They want 5 of these. I see that their credit limit has been exceeded. We're going to bypass that for right now. And I can either send this order for an approval request, or perhaps if I have the authority to approve it myself, I can release it and then email a confirmation to the customer. Here's their new order confirmation. Here's a nice template body of the email that has a nice message for the customer. My sales order confirmation is attached as a PDF, and I can send that email off to the customer, all without leaving Outlook. So all of those email transactions can be logged directly within Business Central as part of our CRM solution that's built into Business Central. One other integration functionality that I want to show is the integration with Excel. So from any list page, so this is a list page, it's just a page showing me a list of transactions. I have a share button here. And from any page, I can share this data either as a link with another user that I want to send to them in Teams or Outlook to say, hey, check this out. Or I can share this directly within Teams or Excel. Let's go ahead and go into Excel. And let's say we want to do an example where we update everyone's credit limit. We want to change anyone with a credit limit of $35,000 to $36,000. Okay, so this is a good exercise for using Excel. I have hundreds of customers here. I don't want to have to go one by one and update all of those from 35 to 36,000. So what I'm going to do is use the Edit in Excel feature. So what it's going to do, it actually opens up an Excel file here, and I'll go ahead and launch Excel. And when I open it, I'll click Enable Editing. It's going to authenticate me here to make sure that I'm an authorized user and that I can edit this data. And then it's going to present this data to me in Excel. Now, this is where the power of Excel comes into play, where I can, for example, highlight this whole column and say, let's replace 35,000 with 36,000. There we go. We updated 24 customers. So let's close that. I'm going to save this spreadsheet here. We'll save it to my desktop as customer card 2. And then I'm also, but mainly what I'm going to do, so now I've got a record of the spreadsheet, but the real power is the publish button. Now that I've made these changes, I can go ahead and publish this data back into Business Central. Processing all these changes, if I go back into Business Central, you will now see that all of my credit limits have been updated to 36,000. While we're in here, we want to change the salesperson on some customer records. So we want to change, let's say, we will change A Datum Corporation from salesperson, where's that at here? There we are, from salesperson KS to PS. And then Trey Research, let's change them to salesperson Ken. And I'll go ahead and publish these changes again back to Business Central. And you'll see that an error was encountered here. I just wanted to demonstrate that it is validating the data as it's writing it back into Business Central. Salesperson KEN, that is not a valid salesperson code. So that change was not successfully written back to Business Central. So we go back in here. If I hit F5, you will now see that A Datum has been changed to PS. So here's my salesperson PS, but Trey Research was not updated to Ken because that was not a valid salesperson. So tight integration with Excel. There are other tools called configuration packages that allow us to import and export data from Excel, commonly used during data conversion processes when we're importing customers, vendors, ship to addresses, items, bill of materials, chart of accounts, even history loaded in just through a simple Excel customizable interface.